normal Title I meeting. This meeting is about parent involvement and discuss the many ways that you can be involved in your child's education. We just want to give you a few updates with our newsletter that we send out each and every month. We either send it out via email or we send it out on Facebook. It's our S'mores newsletter, and it's called the Austin Buzz. And we try to give you a month's update on some events that are coming up. So make sure that you click on that link and you go through all of that material. We have a few times that we'll receive phone calls, and we do refer them back to the newsletter that we are sending that out. If you are not receiving that newsletter, if you will let your child's teacher know so that we can make sure that you are added to that newsletter. Also, we wanted to review a little bit of our data. It has been embargoed, so we're not able to release all of the data at this time. However, I'm pleased to announce that we have improved 7% in the last 3 years in reading, and we're making smaller gains in math, building upon that. But we are thankful that we are seeing increases during this time, that children were behind a few years ago. We're trying to do everything possible to make sure that we provide intervention and we make sure that your children are successful for when they leave here. Also, with our PTA, I just wanted to say thank you to our partners in education. Our PTA really helped sponsor. They actually fed our teachers this evening so that they didn't have to go home as they were getting prepared for tonight. So we really appreciate the PTA parent involvement that we have. If you are a kindergarten parent, I just wanted to go over one thing just in case you were not here for the kinder camp meeting and that we had at the very beginning of school. The kindergarten grading scale is just a little bit different. It's A, 90 to 100, B, 80 to 89, C, 70 to 79%, and then an M. An M indicates minimal performance and is considered failing in kindergarten. And also, kindergarten this year is something different. They will be receiving whether they pass or if they're retained by their fourth quarter grade. It's their final fourth quarter grade, not their yearly average. Now that is still true for first through fifth. They still get a yearly average, but kindergarten is a little bit different. We wanted to talk just a little bit about our Treehouse initiative, and we feel like this is a cornerstone of our commitment to fostering a sense of community, values, and growth among our students. This initiative is actually a district initiative for positive behavior and for advisory, so that students get connected with more than just their classroom teacher, so that they know other staff members within the building and that they can go ahead and build those relationships. And also, should something happen in the building, they know who the teachers are and that they can trust them. So we have 6 different houses. Our red house is the house of respect, blue house is of service, green house of leadership, yellow house of responsibility, purple house of perseverance, and orange house of courage. We chose those particular names because it also deals with our character ed, and it goes to our Roots motto that everything that we do, we want to make sure that our students are demonstrating these characteristics at all times. And so with our Roots motto, it goes that we respect ourselves and others, on our actions, on our learning, treasure our talents, and serve our community. And so we feel like our Treehouse system is a way to tie that together with our Roots to Success so that they can have a successful time here with their academics, with their behavior, and foster that community within the classrooms and within the school. We have actually seen a great improvement in behavior, and also it's so sweet to see the 5th graders when they're out there with their kindergartners, that they're buddied up with them and they help them, and they will do some buddy reading or they will help them make cards. And so each month our teachers get together, we have a committee, and they formulate some of the activities where they can work together. They've painted rocks together, they've made cards for different organizations, for like our McKinney Place, and just people that we can reach out back and give back to the community. So we just wanted to go over that particular initiative. And one thing at Austin for our teachers, we've really been looking at effect size and also research on best practices We want to make sure that everything that we are doing here is meaningful and intentional for your students, because we know that you send your child here to us, and you want us to do the very best with your child. And so we're wanting to make sure that every practice that we're implementing in the classroom, that we're building on that foundation, so when your children leave here, they're successful. So we're really focused on literacy, our numeracy. We're also focused on science and integrating all of those different academic content areas through our PBL. Our teachers are working very diligently. We have first semester PBL and then second semester PBLs. And one of the big effect size is the parent and teacher partnership. It's almost a whole 1%, not 1%, but it's the effect size of 1.0. Anytime in research it gets to the 1, that shows it's a great indicator. And so with that, it says that the parent and teacher partnership are high potential to considerably accelerate student achievement and student self-confidence. And that's the other thing we're working on with our students. We want them to be confident in the things that they're doing. We want them to know it's okay to make mistakes, but we want them to learn from that and own their learning, but also to be confident in the things that they're doing. And that's how we're tying all of these different components together. So those are some things that we're working on in Austin. At this time, I'm going to introduce our Title I facilitator, Miss Ashley Miller. She is new with us this year. She has been a Title I facilitator at other schools within our district, and so we're glad to have her here. So we're going to go through the PowerPoint. We're going to also upload this information so that it is accessible, and also we will be having our Parenting Day on October the 16th. Be looking in your newsletter. We'll be sending home that information to you shortly to go over the schedule that we'll have that day for you to spend time with your child and to go over some different components specifically of the things that we're doing here at Austin.
Welcome, parents. I do want to let you know that in front of you there is a paper that has a QR code. I know this is not a big presentation, but if you want to follow along on your phone, you can scan that code and follow along with us as well. Welcome to the annual Title I meeting. With us being a Title I school, we have to make sure that we present this information to you and be very forthcoming with our Title I funds. So we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so this is our agenda for this evening. Why are we here? We're going to talk about parental and family engagement. We're going to talk about our Title I plan. We're going to talk about our continuous improvement plan, our school parent contract, the parent's right to know as a Title I school. And we're also going to talk about our local and our district parent advisory committees. So the first question that we have is, why are we even here? We are here because of the Every Student Succeeds Act of 2015, which requires that every Title I school hold a Title I meeting for the parents to inform you of your school's participation in Title I. We're going to explain the requirements of Title I and explain your rights as a parent of being involved and how you can be involved. Tonight you'll be able to answer the questions. What does it mean to be a Title I school? What does it mean when you're receiving these funds? What is the 1% set aside for the parent and family engagement? What is the LEA, Title I Consolidated Plan? What is that LEA Parental and Family Engagement Policy? What is a CIP? What is the School Parent Compact? And how do I request the qualifications of my child's teachers? So we also are going to talk about how the annual evaluation of the parent and family engagement policy is conducted. And the three key components of that are breaking barriers, the ability to assist in our students' learning, and successful interactions between our families and our teachers in our school. And how can I be involved in all of these things I'm learning about? And it's very important for you to know as Title I parents that you have the right to be involved in all of our Title I activities and all of our Title I planning. So, first question, what does it mean to be a Title I school? So being a Title I school means that we are receiving federal funding Title I dollars to supplement the school's existing programs. So the school already has programs in place for all of our students for engagement, for learning, but we are going to be using these Title I funds to enhance your child's academic education at Mary B. Austin. And these dollars are going to be used for identifying students with academic difficulties and providing timely assistance to help these students meet the state's challenging content standards, such as the state testing, the ACAP, the iReady diagnostic test. We will purchase supplemental staff, programs, and materials and supplies to enhance student engagement and academic success. That will be things like interventions, different manipulatives, anything to enhance your child's chances of doing better on that state test. Conducting parent and family engagement meetings such as tonight, trainings and activities such as Parenting Day. So when we have Parenting Day, we'll have activities for parents to be involved in with their student, and then we'll have different things around the school that you can come and learn more about some of the activities that we're doing within the school. So again, being a Title I school also means parent and family involvement and knowing their rights under the ESSA. So what is the 1% set aside and how are parents involved? So any LEA, and that LEA is the local education agency, and that is the Title I allocation exceeding $500,000 is required by law to set aside 1% of Title I allocation for family and engagement. So of that 1%, 10% may be reserved at the LEA for system-wide initiatives related to parent and family engagement. The remaining 90% must be allocated to Title I schools in the LEA. Therefore, each Title I school receives its portion to implement school-level parent and family engagement with clear expectations and objectives for meaningful involvement. So again, you see that I have this statement. It is bolded and underlined that you as the parent have the right to be involved in how this money is spent. There are no secrets. When we are spending this money, we are going to let you know what is happening, how we're spending it, and how it is helping your child. So what is the LEA Consolidated Plan? That plan addresses how the LEA will use Title I funds throughout the school system. The topics will include, so when we make the plan, we make sure to put these topics in that plan to make sure that we are covering the student academically. So it's student academic assessments, additional assistance provided for struggling students, which are interventions, intervention teachers, or anything that's going to help with that student in academics. Coordination and integration of federal funds and programs. School programs including migrant, preschool, EL, and homeless is applicable. Parent and family engagement strategies, which is included in the parent and family engagement policy. Again, you as a Title I parent have a right to be involved in the development of the LEA Title I Consolidation Plan. So when we begin to create that plan, we will open it up for your comments and for your opinions. What is the LEA Parent and Family Engagement Plan? This plan addresses how the LEA will implement the parent and family engagement requirements of every Student Succeeds Act. This includes the LEA's expectations for families and parents, how the LEA will involve parents in decision making, and how the LEA will work to build the schools and parents' capacity for strong parental involvement to improve academic achievement. Again, you as the parent have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. So what is a CIP? The CIP is our school's continuous improvement plan. As a school, we are always looking for ways to improve. And that is not only how the teachers can improve, but it's how the parents can improve, helping their children from the at-school to at-home correspondence. So a needs assessment and summary of data. So we do that at the beginning of every year. We take that iReady diagnostic, reading and math, the HMH diagnostic, and the ACAP. We take that data to see what the biggest needs are of our school. And that way we can present it to you guys and we can come up with a plan to help with academics and the parent engagement. The goals and strategies to address academic needs of students, that is our problem-solving team. We present any student that might be struggling in a certain area, and we work as a team to come up with strategies that we can help the student, and then we involve you as the parent when we send these letters home to let you know how we are working with your student, and we can give you ideas at home on how to work with us to help with your child. So professional development needs, we look to see where our teachers need some assistance or need some extra training in certain areas that we might be weaker in. And we sign up for PD, and we make sure that our teachers are highly qualified in those areas to make sure we're getting your student the best education possible. Coordination of resources and comprehensive budget, that just means we're putting that money where we need it. Where do we need to make sure that we plan and put that money? The school's parent and family engagement policy, which will be coming home soon in a brochure for you that you can have on hand. So if you have any questions, it'll be in that brochure for you, and it's also already on the school website. You as a Title I parent have the right to be involved in the development of this plan. That is very important. This plan addresses how the school will implement the parent and family engagement requirements of Every Child Succeeds Act of 2015. So the components include in that act how parents can be involved in the decision making and activities, how parental and family engagement funds are being used, how information and training will be provided to parents, how the school will build capacity in parents and staff for strong parental and family engagement through evidence-based strategies. That's important. We're not going to do anything that's not evidence-based, that's proven itself time and time again. You as the Title I parent have the right to be involved in the development of your school's parent and family engagement plan. So I know this is hard to see, but every student received a school parent compact. The compact is a commitment form that the school, the parent, and the student for them to share responsibility for improved academic achievement. It takes all of us. It takes everybody involved in the student's academic endeavor for them to be successful. And you have the right to be involved in the development of the school parent compact. So the parent advisory, we had some parents come and let us know if there was anything we needed to add or take away into this compact. But a lot of students, a lot of parents have already signed and turned it in. If you have not, please make sure that you do that for us, because it is a federal requirement that we have a copy on hand of this document. But just in case you haven't seen it yet, the 6 components of this document, it is providing high quality curriculum and instruction that we can attest to, that we do that here at Mayorview Austin. We have to hold parent-teacher conferences, so you will be asked to meet with your teacher so that you can go over their data, their current grades, behavior in class. So just to connect with your teacher on how your student's doing. Providing parents with reports on their child's progress. You do receive the progress reports, but at any time you can communicate with your child's teacher to see how they're doing. So that is in that compact, to know that that door is always open. Providing parents to reasonable access to staff. So if you need the teacher, you need a staff member, please email, set up an appointment, and we will be happy to get with you as soon as we can. Provide parents with opportunities to volunteer. We always love seeing parents on campus. The kids love when you're here, and so please make sure that if there is a volunteer opportunity that you take advantage of that if possible. So you'll be seeing a lot more opportunities of that come about. Also ensure regular two-way meaningful communication between family members, staff, to the extent practicable in a language family members can understand. So we are making sure that anything that we put out, that we have it in a native language, and if there is a request for a different language, I can make that possible. So if there's anything that you need in other than English, please let me know, and I will be happy to provide that for you. So again, please make sure, if you have not signed this yet, that you please get that turned in. It's a triplicate copy. There are 3 copies. You can ask your teacher if you don't know where it is, and they can give you another copy as well. How do I request the qualifications of my child's teachers? You as a Title I parent have the right to ask about the qualifications of your child's teacher. So if you need to do that, I will have my email address here, and you can email me, and I can give you the form to turn in. It's on here, but I have a hard copy that you can have if you would like to request that information. How you are notified of this right and the process for making such a request, all of that is on the paper if you would like that. How is the evaluation of the LEA parent and family engagement policy conducted? We have evaluation requirements. The LEA at schools must actively outreach to all parents and families, reaching beyond barriers of culture, language, disabilities, and poverty. We conduct the annual meeting like we're doing here tonight. Every year that we receive Title I, we will make sure that we sit down together and go over these, this PowerPoint and these directions. Conduct with Title I parents annually, analyze content and effectiveness of the current plan. So when it comes time to reevaluate, we will have that parent advisory that will give us opinions of how we can make it better. Identify barriers to parental and family engagement. So there again, if there's a language barrier, we need to overcome that and make sure that we are able to offer anything in the native language. Parent surveys, you've seen that on our Facebook page and on our website, so those are also very important. So we can know what your opinion is about the climate and culture of our school and how your students feel at school. So that's very, very important to us. So please, if you would take the time to fill those surveys out. Focus groups, parent advisory committees. There's a process and a timeline. We do have deadlines for that, and when it is time for that, we will make sure that you are made aware of those deadlines and those timelines. And then how the evaluation informs next year's plan. So we want to make sure that we plan, so when these things come about, we are ready to spend that money the way that we need to and how it's most effective for our students. And then who are the parent leaders at my school? So we have Miss Tricia Butts. We put the school phone number there, so if you need to get in contact with them, you can either call the school or you can email them. But we have Madison Prater and Miss Becky Baker. Are any of you guys here tonight? So they are here, so if you need to talk to them, the PTA is going to speak after. So, but this is their information to where if you need to contact someone from the PTA or the parent advisory, this is who you need to talk to. Any questions? I will do my very best to answer them, but if I don't know the answer, I will find it out for you. But this year, just again, you have the right to be involved in all aspects of the Title I funding, parent volunteer activities, and we are very excited of how this year is going to go with all of our parent volunteers. But if you have any questions, you can let me know, or I can go back to our PTA, and you can email them if you have any questions. But that's all that I have. Thank you so much for being here tonight, and we appreciate your input and your time.
Thank you so much. We have a meeting scheduled September the 25th, and we've invited some of our PTA representatives. They'll be with us to review the money and the different things that we're going to be spending our money on. So now we have Ms. Butts, our PTA representative, our president, to go over a few things about PTA and parent involvement.
Thanks, Ms. Wiggum. My name's Tricia. I'm the PTA president this year, and I actually put some notes together so we didn't forget anything this time around.
I can turn it up.
I'm hearing that. You don't hear me? Not in the back. It is on. All right, I'm gonna talk real close. That sounds better. All right, I'm Tricia Butts. I've got 4 kids here. I've got a 5th grader, 2 2nd graders. They're not twins, and I've got a kindergartner. So my whole family is here for 1 year, and it is a beautiful thing to have 1 drop off and 1 pick up. But we're really excited to see all of you guys here tonight. I wanted to talk just briefly about the PTA, and the PTA here is really, really important. It's important at every school, but I wanted to go over a couple things that we do every year to not just support our teachers and faculty, but to provide our students with all the best opportunities. Some major ways that the PTA impacts the school. I wanted to talk about our art instructors first. The PTA, fully pays for 2 art instructors to do art instruction and curriculum throughout the year, so that every single child at this school has the opportunity to have art once a week. Not every school at Mobile County has that. So your membership goes a long way towards all of our children having art, and I know y'all know the science and the importance behind children having access to art instruction is invaluable. One way that we are able to fund 2 art instructors is through our event called Art from the Heart. It's a really good time. You'll be hearing a lot more about that in the future. It's going to be held in March, but just kind of keep that in your noggin for later. But that is the primary way that we do fund our art instruction. Student opportunities. Your PTA membership goes a long way in providing student opportunities. We do 2 major fun events. We have Fall Festival coming up on October 27th. It is such a great time. It is one of those things that the kids remember for the rest of their lives. It's just like a peak moment in their childhood. And then Spring Fling, which is in the spring, obviously, but those are 2 major events that we put on. The Honor Walks and the AR Store. We want to emphasize reading and good grades, and not just good grades, but character and things like that. So we put on the Honors Walk every quarter, and if you're new to the school, like, the kids are on parade, and it's a hoot, so they get a kick out of that. We also do the 5th grade, like, graduation ceremony and reception, and make a big deal out of our elders here at Mary B. Austin, and that's really important for our 5th graders. All right, so moving on to teacher appreciation. Obviously, we have the best teachers, not just in the county, in the whole world. We have the best teachers right here. So we want to love on them and show them so much support and appreciation. We do this in several ways. Lunches and dinners for teachers. We provided a dinner for them tonight for this. So we're always looking for ways we can provide lunches or dinners or however, little breaks for them. Teacher Appreciation Week, we do that in the spring every year. And then we also provide room mom coordination, so that every teacher has a parent leader who helps coordinate the fun stuff, like Christmas, what do we call those Christmas activities? Polar Express, things like that. Teacher support, that's another way beyond teacher appreciation. Teacher support by funding special classroom projects and other teacher needs, like we were able to purchase all of our teachers that run the car line after school. You remember it was like 103 degrees 3 weeks ago, and they were out there like, load up or whatever. So anyway, we got each teacher a neck fan. Little things like that can really add up to helping our teachers feel loved. So things like that. We're doing something new. We're going to do the happy cards every month for our teachers. This month is 90s theme. Will there be costumes? Yes, there will be. Will there be bagel bites? I'm hoping so. All right, so, okay, this is really important. If you haven't already, if you are on Facebook, join the Mary B. Austin PTA Facebook group. That is the best way to get information about everything that's going on and how you can volunteer and how you can engage, how you can best help and be a part of the PTA actively. Let's see. Upcoming dates, Fall Fest is October 27th, and volunteer opportunities for Fall Fest will be posted on Facebook too very soon. So do you have any questions about PTA? If you haven't joined yet, we have the merch table set up outside, as well as we can help you get set up with your membership too. That's all I've got, unless there's any questions from the crowd. Thank you, Becky. Start by applause.
And I will just say that we are truly blessed with the best parent involvement And with our PTA support, we cannot do it without them, and we sure do feel the love from them. So I appreciate everything that you do for us and for our staff. We really do appreciate it. It goes not unnoticed. We even have people pass out water bottles to us on those hot days, and you know, we do try to keep an ice chest for our teachers, but you know, that's just the little things, and that just says that you all care about us, and we all care about you as well and your child's academic success. So we appreciate all of your support and your involvement. And before you leave, make sure you do sign the sign-in sheets, and also the teachers will have them in their classroom. They're two separate, quote, events. We have our Title I meeting, so we actually have to upload all of these documents. Anytime that you receive federal funds, we have to document that. So we want to make sure that we have an account of everyone. And one more thing before we go, we are in the attendance month. So please make sure that your child is at school each and every day. If possible, we know that sicknesses come up and they have to miss. But try to make every effort to have your child at school each and every day, and so that they're not tardy, so that they can be in the classroom at 8:15, because our instruction starts in the classroom at 8:15. So if you've got a straggler that's coming in at 8:15 and we're trying to close the gate, instruction has begun. And so we want to make sure that those students do not miss any of those opportunities, and that they're receiving everything that they need in the morning, because our morning buzz starts exactly at 8:16, and a lot of that information is sent out to the students. So anyway, we appreciate you coming tonight, and at this time we're going to release you, but don't tell the teachers. I'm letting you leave 3 minutes early. They're expecting you at 6:15. So you may go ahead and visit your classroom, and your teachers are available.